A very good afternoon to all the dear parents who have joined in. Today we have a very exciting session and it's based on music, of course. And just before I introduce our guest for the afternoon, just to give you a little introduction on that, music is not only fun for young children, but a great tool for learning and overall development. The knowledge of music promotes coordination, balance, rhythm, and self-esteem. Young children learn best from the powerful role models in their lives. That's where you, as family, come in. Parents and caregivers can help their children become confident by having fun together. And music and play brings families of all kinds together in a warm, supportive environment where everyone feels comfortable singing, dancing, and just having fun. Creating lasting family and community bonds through music is absolutely enriching. Now, join us on this wonderful session to gather some insightful tips and enrich your parenting journey. This shall be a wonderful opportunity to understand the importance of song, dance, and play in the lives of young children. Empower your children to live the life they deserve. Now, to introduce the speaker of our day, Ms.Vivienne Vidyasagar. She is the founder of Rhythm and Rhyme. Just to give you a little brief about her, every great business begins with a need, a vision, and an opportunity. Rhythm and Rhyme founder Ms.Vivienne realized that success in life starts at a very early age. Along with her children, she participated in several music and movement programs in the US, where she lived for 5 years. The programs were amazing and helped promote coordination, balance, self-esteem, and an excellent ear for music and rhythm. These programs were not only fun for the children, but were excellent ear for music and rhythm. But they were also excellent programs. And, once she moved back to India, she saw an opportunity for such parent or child programs and introduced Rhythm and Rhyme to Bangalore. The program has been incredibly successful, and today it is available at 10 locations across Bangalore. Ms.Vivienne is the winner of the Times Unlimited Entrepreneur of the Year in 2020. Join Ms.Vivienne, founder of Rhythm and Rhyme, on this wonderful session on Skoolz platform and discover the paths to the holistic development of a child imbibing rhythm and rhyme in your lives. Thank you so much, Ms.Vivienne, for joining us today. And we are really excited about this session to know how music can play such an important role in the lives of children. So over to you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for the lovely introduction. Yes, it's always been a dream to always find opportunity and try and do something different. And Rhythm and Rhyme is a very, very different program. It's not your typical program that is in school. Many parents send their little ones to school as early as 2 years or 2.5. But when I started way back in 2010 is when everyone used to send their children a little later. Their motor skill development was also a lot less. Today, with the use of phones, we see a motor skill development also really, progressing. Children know how to swipe left, swipe right. What's important as parents is for us to spend that time now, but we see a lot of them just not spending enough time and singing along and enjoying. I remember being at a hospital the other day and, I was with a little baby, my friend's baby, so I was just singing along. And one grandmother came to me and said, "You're singing with this child." And I said, "Yeah." She's saying, "I have grandchildren, but my daughter never sings." So it's just very easy to just put on music and help that and pray that it will work and children will get motivated. But as a stimulus, primarily to pick up, many people ask me, a 6-month-old baby, really? What is she going to do? Well, listen, sing along. She's going to look at you. She's going to look at your expression and she's going to move and and she's going to figure out, oh my God, this is beautiful. And she's going to move side to side. But if you play something, yes, she will listen to it, but there's nothing stimulating. Now at 6 months, putting a video in front of her, or at 1 year, is not going to give you the same results, not give you the same stimulation that you will want for your child to develop language skills, to develop listening skills, to develop interaction. So that's what, when a group of moms and dads with their little ones come, and the little one just does one small thing, like for example, a scarf on her head, and she pulls the scarf down and everyone goes clapping, yay. Now that is stimulation, that is motivation. And she looks around saying, oh my God, was that really awesome? And yes, it was awesome, because she took her little hands and she went to that scarf and she pulled it down. So that is what we want to do. And we want to share music and movement and make sure a lot of parents, yes, we've been doing it, and we've had over 3,000-4,000 parents who've come to us. There were parents who came to us even with the fact that, I'm really bored. I live in a joint family. Ms.Viv, my baby's not even 6 months. Can she still just come? He's not sitting. I'm like, that's fine. As long as you're okay, you're going to hold the baby. You're going to sit with the baby. And the baby was drooling. But today that baby is a 12-year-old boy, an 11-year-old boy, and we still keep in touch. So there's a lot of connection. Parents see a lot of value in this, because they themselves break out of this shell of, oh my God, how do I sing? How do I sing? Suddenly do action songs in the middle of, if your child is uneasy, if your child is unhappy, your job is to make them happy. Giving them the mobile is going to keep them quiet. Yes, but then what? Why have you put in that effort of 9 months, got this baby in the world, to just give them a mobile? And today when I see a 2-year-old getting out at the airport with a mobile, parents are talking with a mobile. Anywhere and everywhere, children are just given. Eating food, they've just given their mobile. It's just ridiculous that parents are not willing and wanting to do an action song. Now, if I teach you how to do an Incy Wincy Spider, yes, it's available on YouTube. So why come to Rhythm and Rhyme? Well, because you will then break out of that confidence of doing it on your own. Give the right expressions that are needed. Try and use these songs that you learn in our classes in daily life. What does that mean? Well, simply because, for example, let's say you're actually getting them to eat something and they're not eating, they're fussing about it. But what have you done? You've gone and put the dal and the chawal and the sabji and whatever, and you've mashed it up, and that 2.5-year-old looks at that plate and says, oh my God, there is no color. There is absolutely no color. It's some yellow. That's it. But yellow with some red dot and blue. Is that how you would like your food served to you? You would like to see. Now, let's say, for example, you take Baba Black Sheep. Everybody knows Baba Black Sheep. Have you any wool? Now use the same tune, and let's say start off with, come, let's eat some food today. It's in a plate. Let's see what's there and make it wow. And can you see the dal? What color is the dal? Yellow. Yeah. And then what color is the sabji? Oh my God, the green sabji. Do you know the green sabji? You want to try it a little? And that's how your 2.5-year-old will stop fussing. But parents just want to give it to them. Don't like this? You go on for something else. Why? When you're sitting in a restaurant, there are parents who are putting their children up on their table and feeding them while the child is looking at the mobile. So this is the expression the child has. Parents, if you have not seen this, please notice. This is what the child is doing. Look at the mobile. Is that what you want your child to know? The child has not seen any color in the plate. The child. Now, are you saying in a restaurant you can't sing? Why can't you sing? You can sing. You don't need to sing always. Rhythm and Rhyme has music and movement. We have actions. We have what you call as some phonological rhymes, which do not need actions, which are signs. For example, if let's say your child is going towards a remote control, or let's say the TV, what is your first reaction? What would you say? No. What does no mean if I tell you no? If you are walking towards a bus and I say no, are you going to stop? No. You're going to stop when I say stop. So parents just say no, 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 no. But in class, we tell them you stop. Now, this is a sign. So we use a lot of basic American Sign Language, Indian Sign Language as stop, as things like share. 2-year-olds don't know to share, cut it into half. Now, where would you learn this? Will you look at a YouTube channel yourself and pick it up and then say, yeah, but no. But when you come to a class and you have 10 other parents going, share, share. Or, for example, what my son told, what I saw in the US when my son was in Montessori, and they all went more. And they all had their little Cheerios and little boxes, and they all went frantically moving more. Now, more as a sign is is such a beautiful sign. So through our music and movement program, we not only inculcate stimulation, we not only inculcate a sense of music, a sense of rhythm. Did you know that a sense of beat will always help your child in mathematics? It's proven. It's scientific. It's a rhythm, right? Why do we learn our timetables is in a rhythm? We learn it because we are able to memorize it. Why do we remember songs a lot more than just vocabulary? Again, the simple reason that when you put it into song, it will always resonate. It will always stay with you. Now, that's the important reason why we all as parents have to spend that little time. Put your phones away, spend a little circle time, get vessels, start banging them, be silly, be fun. And if you can't, you have to come to Rhythm and Rhyme to learn. So let's get Prasad to take you all to a little clip about Rhythm and Rhyme, just a very short clip, which will give you a little sense of the fun that we have. So we don't have we don't have like a curriculum. People call me and they're like, I have a 1-year-old. What will your curriculum? That 1-year-old, what curriculum do you want? You don't need a curriculum. You need to learn so that you can inculcate, you can also sing along, you can also have fun and spend that 45 minutes in the week with your little one among other friends and others of the same age and come and enjoy yourself. Why is that so hard? Why do I have to have a curriculum? Why do I have to have something very structured? I don't believe in that. Yes, we do have a set of songs that we know we want to finish in those 8 classes. We know we don't want to repeat every other song because there is boredom. But remember, parents, repetition, they love. Doesn't your little one love to watch that same video over and over again? There's a reason, because repetition, they love that repetition. So we inculcate that as well. We ensure that they are stimulated all through. So those 45 minutes, I can tell you, your child will not run to a phone. There are parents in the middle of my class who suddenly remove a phone. I'm like, put that phone away. You do not pay me to get your phone out. But they don't care. They just care like, oh my God, my child is going to cry. But let them cry. It's good. Let them cry. Let them stop. Don't worry, because we take away things, right? So let's say we have props and we will play around with the props and then we'll have a cleanup song and then we take those props back. And then the child cries and the mother starts hunting for the next toy that's in her bag or the next, phone. I'm like, why? No, this is my class. Don't worry. I will deal with it. If the child walks away, they're like trying to pull the child back in the circle. I'm like, no, the idea is to move away from you. She's gaining the confidence to walk away. So these are just simple things that parents don't realize that they can allow their little ones to do. And their little one is enjoying themselves. That's the whole purpose of coming to Rhythm and Rhyme. So Prasad, please run that video for me so parents can take a little glimpse of what I do. All right, that's it. Thank you. So as parents, we really encourage at Rhythm and Rhyme that you use song in pretty much everything you do. So we might, for example, if you are reading a book now, think of a tune that is common to you. And, for example, let's say Wheels on the Bus, right? So everyone, wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round. So come, let's read a book today, a book today, a book today. Which page shall we open to? And then you open the first page. Oh, and then, so here you are always at some point in time using music every day of your life to try and make sure it is fun. Sometimes just play some music and just be silly. Just jump around the room, have fun. I mean, I remember Go Dio Go Go was those days when my son was small and my daughter and we would just blast it because we were in the US and we really didn't have any family or anything to do. And we just blasted and start jumping around like a just have fun. And they would just giggle because they thought Mama was gone mad. But isn't that what we want our children to do? Isn't that what stimulates them? Isn't that what we as parents are here for? Why do we worry about how it'll look outside? Even when I do teachers training in schools, I keep telling teachers, don't worry about what's happening next door. You just worry about your class. Your class is having fun, right? When they complain, we'll worry about it. But which time? Now, during in rhythm and rhyme in our classes, we use various props. For example, in music and movement, there's something called as rhythm sticks. There are two pairs of sticks, and you just click them. Now, when you're clicking a stick, it is a gross motor skill, right? It is your hands are moving. You're listening to a rhythm. To the beat is where you are tapping. So these are things that actually help them as they go on. Music will always excite them. Movement is important, but yes, those are for slightly gross movements, which are done with our 2.5 and above. So we cater to a 6 months to 2, and then the 2 to 3.5 or 4-year-olds. In the 2 4-year-olds, yes, they go to school. Yes, their teachers sing. So what is the need? Well, you're not there. So you don't even know half the time which rhymes they have sung, which rhymes they have done, what are the words your little one knows. There have been times when parents are like, what did she just say? Oh my God, I didn't even know she knows that word. Now that is when you will actually be spending time with your little one and actually watching them, right? So that's how important it is to be part of a group, to be able to interact, to be able to share, to be able to take turns. Those are things that we imbibe. A cleanup song, a welcome song, a circle time song, a song when we take a scarf and we throw it up in the air, the introduction to colors, the the action of rowing at row boat. It's very, when mama and baby can go up and down. Now, those are things where, in fact, our dads also learn. And sometimes the dads have come back and told us that, oh my God, I've learned so much that when mama had left, I did so many of these songs and we had so much fun. And that is exactly what we as instructors in rhythm and rhyme focus on doing. Music will always make it joyful, make it fun. It will entertain them. It will not only entertain them, it will keep them entertained. It will keep them attentive. They will 45 minutes keeping a baby in your lap, taking them up, taking them down, moving them, getting them to come forward, picking something, going back, down, taking a turn, sharing. 45 minutes, and your little one you will be amazed, especially if your little one's an explorer. A lot of 2 and 3-year-olds explore. They just go around. They're like, ma'am, he's not sitting. I'm like, let him be. At some point he will, because he will see the others sitting with their mamas, right? And he will. Trust me, not in class 1, not in class 2, not in class 3, but maybe in class 4, 5, certainly by the end of it. Then we've got a session also in rhythm and rhyme where we do, like if you saw the video, a little boy walking around with a little mic. Now that is stimulating them to just say, pa, pa. Some of them, the big ones, will also take it at 4-year-olds, and they might even say something like a different rhythm pattern. A rhythm pattern could be pam, 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 pa, 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 or it could be something complete. So every class we try and make sure we have different rhythm patterns for them. We make sure we have different props for them. We make sure the music some of it is the same, some of it is new. The action songs that we do, the expressions with which we do it are so different than any that you would get in your preschool. And what's important is you as parents are there. You're there so that you can actually learn it and therefore improvise it, okay, and do it. Now, when I'm doing a song, let's say, which is, I love the mountains, I love the rolling hills. Look at the vocabulary. There's a mountain. The mountain has some hills around it. I love the flowers. There's a flower. Suddenly, it's all around nature. So when you see a mountain, you're going to be able to actually do these actions and share it with them. So they're going to associate that immediately, right? So we have songs which will certainly indict, which are not your typical. For example, we have a hand wash song, which is tops and bottoms, top and bottoms in between. Now, when you do that and you learn it that way, when the baby is washing the hand, you will sing along because you've learned it over a period of 8-10 classes with us. So that is how we make sure parents are constantly singing along. Parents are they're not allowed not to sing with us. If I'm popping bubbles, I'm not just taking a bubble machine, a blowing machine. There's a song, pop, 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 those bubbles. In every action and everything we do, there is music. Music will always get them to move, help in gross motor skills, help in fine motor skills, picking, putting, sharing, taking turns, waiting for your turn. Yes, there are parents who sometimes have to hold their little one back but that will be the first class or maybe the second. By the third, the child child knows it's going to come to me. I don't need to go and grab it. I don't need to wait, I can just wait with mama and it will come. So please, as parents, we really, really want you to use music. If you can't come to rhythm and rhyme, it's fine. There's music on our channel, which is Sing Along with Ms. Viv. You can go there. You can look at ways in which you can learn the actions. You can actually be the one who is stimulating them, because believe me, as parents, you're the best stimulator they have. No teacher can replace you. No grandparent can replace you. Mom and dad, you guys are the best. And dads, if you can sing along and you can break that barrier of me, the dad, my dads are great. They will come to class, they will turn, they will tap, they will make all these funny actions. They will make sure they are in the room, because if they're in the room, they can't take the mobile out. And if they're in the room, they better be doing what I'm doing. So that's all my other instructors are doing. And that's the premise of being in the room. So they will stand up when we stand up, and they will sit down when we sit up, and they will twerk, and they will hop, and they will jump. And so when they've done that already, won't that little one go home and say, Mama, Daddy, let's do that again? Yes, they will. And that's exactly what gets them to want to say, okay, you know what, that maybe a Saturday morning, I'm going to give those 45 minutes to my little one. Let me come and get them to class. And they do that. So we have a lot of props that we use, but even without props, even with you singing, if you as parents, please incorporate music every day, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, a nice, fun circle time with your little ones. That for us will be a blessing. That for us is what we would have achieved. You can always Google music and movement and its advantages. So I'm not going to sit here and do a presentation and show you, oh, how brilliant, cognitive development. And I'm not that kind. I want you to come and experience it. I want you to come and look at the expressions in which we talk, how we narrate, how we make sure that the child is like completely, looking at us like, what? She's really doing this. And then should I do it? Why not? Why shouldn't I try? There's so much happening in that little brain of theirs. 6-month-old babies will also have and are enjoying rhythm and rhyme just as much as a 4 and 5-year-old. Today, yes, with motor skills and in fact, when we started in 2010, not many schools used to take little ones as below as 5 years. But today they take them even at 4 and 5, only because, yes, many of them today we have the keyboard. So their gross motor skills or their fine motor skills on their fingers are a lot stronger, and therefore they are able to play. But trust me, parents who have sent their little ones to rhythm and rhyme always come back saying, ma'am, Ms. Viv, he's got a sense of music. I don't have much of a sense, but thanks to rhythm and rhyme, because there is always a beat, there's always tapping. In any song that we do, there is. So that's how that rhythm and that sets in. So as a program, we've been here. We've always wanted to share the influence that music can have. And of course, movement is all about dancing. And yes, we do that a lot at our birthday parties. So yes, we do birthday parties as well. Imagine 1 hour making those kids dance, jump. We also incorporate some level of gymnastics. Now, why? When I say gymnastics, I mean just small forward rolls, jumping, hopping, because that is gross motor skill. I've known a lot of kids who are scared to jump off a sofa because as parents, we've made them like that. We're like, no, गिर जाओगे तो उठ भी जाओगे. Let them fall. Let failure come. Let them rise. As parents, why are we so scared in letting our children fall? Our parents sent us out and said, "Jao, go." They didn't know where we were falling, what we would come back with cuts and bruises. They'd be like, "Oh God, again," and put some bandages. But today's parents, they pull them up. The child wants to put their legs into a puddle, pull. Why? Let them put their legs in a puddle. Let them have that fun. That's the whole idea of parenting, to explore with them, to learn with them. So in our movement classes, we also make sure we incorporate some gymnastics. We get them to jump over, go under, crawl under if they have to. We have songs that will have a lot of jumping, especially for our bunnies, which is the age group of 2 to 4 years. So our bunnies enjoy more of the gross motor skill development, while our bugs, which are the 6 months, 2-year-olds, enjoy more of the fine motor skills. Remember, they are able to voice themselves. They are able to, be able to express themselves. They know how to do this now more. They do this as thank you. These are signs that they learn in music and movement in our classes. And we try and make sure parents do give us a lot of their feedback. Primarily is, yes, of course, traveling across Bangalore city is a challenge, and we don't do anything online because I don't believe I can, reach out in the way unless it's a one-off session. But on a regular basis, it's really difficult to reach out to our little ones. So that expression has to be. And therefore, I say using of technology, use it, listen. We have a channel, put the music on. You can show them or you can learn the actions from me. But please don't show them I'm not telling you about my channel only because I want you to go and put it on and say, okay, now Ms. Viv, this is a good channel. You must watch educational. No, it is not. It is for you to learn the music. It is for you to play the music. But please, as much as audio that you can incorporate in their lives than video that might have. So as parents, let's try and also get a balance between incorporating some audio, just songs without any kind of videos in it, so that the children can actually respond, they can actually replicate, they can actually associate. When I hear a Baba, what is the action that Mambo is doing? If I hear Inci, what do I have to do? And then immediately that hand starts going up because you've made that association, you made the brain think, right? So when you as parents are involved, you will be able to get them to stimulate them rather than just give them a gadget and say, watch. Because that is not two-way stimulation. Yes, she's getting in something, she's looking, and then what? Is she replicating? Is she showing it to anybody? Is anybody around to even, I think I can do this, but then who's to tell me or who's going to look? So should I even do it? No, forget it. Why should I do it? And so it just goes back to the screen. So please move away from these screens. Please make sure you are expressing yourself. You're spending that 10 minutes, 20 minutes a day in a little circle time with your little ones. Now, where can you use music? I remember walking, I was in the US, so I didn't have too many friends. I would get downstairs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then sing along. So do counting when you go up, when you jump, hop, skip, use songs that will help you just keep your little one constantly energized than putting her on something and when it is any activity, before an activity, come on, let's do some reading. Like I said, use a regular song that you have and just incorporate some fun words in it. It's not very hard. And believe me, music comes naturally to most of us. Not that I have a great voice. It's just that I love to put in that energy because I love to see that smile. I love to see that enthusiasm. I love to see that little one for two classes in a row did not do anything, but the third class, she's got up. She's got the confidence to come towards me, take a prop from me, go away. What have I done? I've actually built confidence young child. So that's the goal of Rhythm and Rhyme. We certainly, like Archana ma'am did introduce it as certainly where we build self-confidence. That's the goal. That's the key. Through music and movement, trust me, it will stimulate them. It will get them to think. It'll get them to express. And with music and movement, there's a lot of comfort. When, let's say, they're moving from one place to another and you're just singing in the car, when you're going from one place to another, they're going to something new. It will take you away, right? When you sing an old song, what do you either are looking or thinking of that video on with let's say Kishore Kumar's song, or you're thinking of that time when you sang it with your friends in a bus going for a picnic in college. So it does transport you. Music will transport them, will comfort them, will make sure they listen better, make sure they are stimulated, make sure they want to learn, right? Many of times you're like, oh, I don't even know if she wants to. Well, once you put some energy in it, she will want to. If you're playing with blocks and you're doing a color song, let's do it with some music. So yes, we find different ways and we try, and we'd love to get some feedback from you. I've talked quite a lot. So if you have any questions on how, trust me, there are various ways in which you can incorporate music in your everyday life, from washing hands to brushing the teeth. Again, using simple tunes, but just making up words that you feel like. All right. So that's about music and movement and how amazing it is. And as you can see, I love it. I've been doing it for 12 years and I still enjoy every bit of it. But yes, so if there are any questions, please do give me a shout.
Well, thank you so much, Ms. Vivienne. It's been such an exciting session, and how right you are when you say that, you can really make up any tune to teach the children anything. I remember that's how most of my poems I have kind of learned when I was a child, because making a tune and forming it, and even while making the children eat, doing some sing song and making them eat. We used to be real fun. And it's been really enlightening. And I hope that parents actually can take away something and, incorporate it. So there's a question here for you. How much is it effective for kids below 3 years?
Do you know a lot of research has gone into the fact that from the time the baby's in the womb, the baby can hear music. The baby, it is amazing. 6-month-olds to 2 to 3-year-olds, they love the fact that every activity is with music. And what's important here is when you are in the room with your 3-year-old and the 3-year-old, let's say, for example, has taken a ball and has been able to kick the ball. Okay, just an example. So in musical movement, we use balls. We get them to roll the ball, share parts of the body, get them to jump, hop. But when that one activity is done, the little one will turn around to look. And when you are right there appreciating, that's it. You've made their day. How much time do we spend in appreciating and saying, wow? So when you are with your 2-year-olds, your 3-year-olds, your 4-year-olds, absolutely enjoy. It's not only for infants, even for toddlers. Toddlers mainly because, one, they learn how to share. They learn how to wait and take turns. Instead of pulling and grabbing, they learn how to wait. It'll come to you. Wait a minute. So they learn that. They will learn how to do certain actions. With a stick, they will tap to a rhythm. When they are given drums, if they are able to play with the right rhythm, everybody claps. We anyway clap for them. But that time that you have with them in that class, even a 3-year-old will cherish. Trust.
Thank you. I'm sure that answers your question, Ms. Kavita. Any more questions from the parents? If there is, please do write on the chat. And
so what's important is for them to develop listening skills. At 3, our biggest struggle is that they are not listening to us. They don't listen. Well, they don't listen because we allow them. Now, if there is, a little one who is just adamant, you've got to figure out what is it? How can I comfort you? Okay. Now, yes, we've got into the habit of the phone, or we got into the habit of just, no, I don't think, I think he's just having a bad day. Little ones don't have a bad day. We've decided that. They don't understand these terms. What they do understand is, yes, I did not get X, so Y. Let's replace it with Y. Let's try and find a way in which we can make it fun. Okay, come on, let's go and, all right, okay, let's just move away. Let's do this. Let's do some X or let's do Y. Find ways in which you are able to listen to them. Let's not just be giving out instructions. Let's also wait and listen. What is it you want? Use your words. That's what we do in class. In class, we also encourage them to say, can I have this, please? Thank you. Can you share it with me? Yes, he can. Use your words. These days, parents, that's another takeaway. Good listening skills will come through this, but remember, getting them to communicate with you, getting them to say what you want them to feel. They're crying, howling, you're tearing your hair apart. What is it for? What happened? Do you know what's happened? Why is she whining? Oh, she just wants this. So I don't think she just wants it, but why? Is there something else we can give her? All right, let's calm her down. Let's use some music. Please, at home, sometimes some instrumental music will suit them. Trust me on that one. 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds just have so much going on. There's enough and more. As parents, we're doing elderly talk in front of them. As parents, we're on our mobile. Oh, this is a new one, which most of us are like, I'm going to spend time with my little one. But once that did it, and there comes the mobile. Please put those phones away. Put those phones away as much as possible when you're with them, because that is only hindering them. It's not a blessing for you as a parent, and it's not a blessing for them. Use this time. Your 3-4-year-old needs you. He needs you to run. He needs you to jump. He needs you to carry him and put them from one sofa, come up with a song, put some music, dance, just have fun. Give yourself those 10 minutes with their little ones. Put those phones away and just enjoy yourself.
Yes,
Sorry.
for sure. So there are 2 more questions. One is a parent has an interesting one, that how can you use music to help your child complete the homework?
Why not? Now, let's say, for example, we're going to go out, and of course, we all need to bribe them, right? At some point. So let's say, let's finish homework, then we'll eat, come, let's, something that you are going to, instead you will say, you finish your homework, then only I'm going to give you. Really? But now I incorporated music and made it like, oh, what is going on? Mama seems really excited. Believe me, they know when you are excited. They know when you are mad. They know which button to press. So don't let them know you must be mad inside. You've got to give this, oh, come on, I'm so excited. You're going to finish your homework and then we're going to do this. I'm so excited. Anything with any tune. I mean, I just came up with this tune. This is not, but it's not in my curriculum or anything like that, but it's just any tune, but make it look like fun. Of course, we need to bribe them. We will, but please don't tell them, like, yeah, finish your homework, then I'll get TV. But even if you said that, okay, finish homework, then I'll get TV. They're like, whatever. I'm going to wait for TV to come on. TV's coming on in some time. Something like that. So she's like, oh, okay, you look really excited. I'm waiting. I'm happy that I'm going to put the TV on for you, but only after that. So what have you done? You've given a very positive kind of communication rather than put in your homework, otherwise I won't do the TV on. You know, another very interesting thing I recently learned was, let's not ask them, let's not use the word don't do this, don't do that. Why not try it another way? If you do that, this is going to happen. We as parents never give them a consequence of what will happen. We just tell them, don't do this. It's not okay. It's not done. But why? Don't go to the remote. What will happen if I went to the remote? The remote will get bad, or oh my God, the TV will. And then the favorite word, no. For what? No. If somebody told you no while you were walking to a remote, won't you just continue? And then you will say no in different decibels. No. And that happens in my class. And I'm like, say stop. You want them to stop doing what they are doing, and therefore then give them a reason of why to stop. Another very interesting tip is, a lot of parents will be like, Ms. Viv, just after in class, they're perfect. All is good. They have sat, and then Ms. Viv, at home he's running and he's not listening to me at all. Correct. Because at home you have not set the boundary. I have set a boundary. I have said, this is music class. You're going to sit there. When they come, I'm not catching him and pulling him and pushing him and saying, no. I am trying to use music. I'm trying to use my words, saying, wait for your turn. Wait for your turn. It's coming. Wait. Get back. Sharing. Time to share. Wait. So now four of them have come towards the drum and all four want it. So as parents, what will we do? And the parents will do jugaad. You take one mallet and I'll take another. No, it is my drum. I'm the instructor. Both the mallets will go to this child. The others will wait. Yes, I wait my hand out, but I will not push them. Suddenly they're like, oh, God, I want that drum. But then what have we done? We've incorporated waiting. Similarly, at home, if they are really throwing a tantrum and food is not ready, or you're not ready, so wait. Sing up a song. Mama's making milk today, milk today, milk today. It's gonna taste yummy today, yummy today. What did you do? You just took away that 30 seconds of what he was whining into music. Suddenly you're like, what is wrong with her? But that's okay. That's absolutely fine. You've still managed to make sure whatever music you sang, the purpose was solved. So try and use that time. Make sure you as parents are listening to them as well. Please don't be in this, he has to do this. Yes, they all have to do it. My son today is in the 12th grade. I'm like, you're studying, no? Yeah, mama. Half the time I don't see him studying, but what to do? There are certain things you have to just give them the confidence. Even your 3-year-old, give them the confidence that they will do the right thing. Let's leave them. Let them fall. Let them jump off that sofa. Because only if they fall, they will know, next time I should land on my feet. But if they don't, what have we done? We've not done anything for them. We've caught them before they fell. Why are we so scared today? Why are we not letting them fall? Why are we not letting them dump on that puddle? Because we have to wash. Well, hello, you have me. We don't have to go and wash. Our parents had to go and wash our clothes. We didn't even have, right? So we have our washing machine and we have all our living mates. So let them dirty it. Let them fall. Let them touch that ground. It's okay. We're now, because of media, we know about, oh my God, this allergy and that germ. It's fine. We need to make them, yes, we of course want them to have hygiene, but that's about it. Let's try and be a little more confident. Listen to them more than they wanting to listen to you. And that's one of the keys in parenting, please, whether musical movement or not, please as parents listen. Also another important thing is give them a choice. Today, we're not giving them a choice because we believe they're going to take the wrong choice. But I always, even today, my 12-year-old, my 13-year-old, my 14-year-old and 17-year-old, they every morning are asked, what would you like? It's not, okay, there is cereal, go and eat. It's not, okay, there is eggs, go and make or go and eat. What would you like? Let's give them that choice. This or this. 3-year-olds, give them the fruit, give them, let's say, dal chawal. Let's see what they pick. But no, we just put how, where, and then as they grow older, we're like, oh God, they're making such poor choices. Well, as parents, did we first give them a choice in the first place? Think about these small things that matter every day of your life, whether it is when, let's say you're crossing a road. Firstly, half of us don't cross because we go in our fancy cars. But yes, my little girl was trying to cross the road. I'm like, of course, not at 3 and 4. But when you're crossing a road, come up with, oh my God, so many cars are going. What are the cars going? Okay, what's the blue car? It's coming so fast. We're going to stop. I don't know, something. But trust me, when you incorporate music in your everyday life, you will be able to make it a lot more energetic, a lot fun, and you will be able to incorporate music in everything you do, from cooking to, in fact, a lot of little cooking, programs in the US have 4-year-olds coming for them, and they will start off with churning. They're all with a little chef cap, and they have a welcome song, which is all about cooking, and a song on the spatula, and a song on the vessel, and it's amazing. So how does that happen? Is because as parents, you must try and make sure in everything you do, there's a little music, there's a little fun.
Great. So there are I think we'll take up, there's a question from the parents that how do you identify or how do you come to know that if your child is interested in music? And in case the child is not interested in music, another parent has a question, how do you get them to take interest in music?
See, music per se, when you look at it, I'm not talking about keyboards and, drums. Right? That's not something I do. Rhythm, that's why it's called rhythm and rhyme. I use rhymes and I sing it out in a rhythm. Simple as that. So when you are tapping, most children, trust me, 95, 98% will have music in them. It's quite impossible. It's quite impossible that they will not have music in them. Trust me. Unless you've just, not sensitized them. But please, every day, if you play some music in the house, any genre will do. In fact, music and movement classes in the US have jazz and they have calypso and they have, imagine my parents in Bangalore and Jayanagar coming for a jazz, not happening. So I could not incorporate jazz, but yes, I knew what they wanted. They wanted something which is energetic. They wanted something where they can learn that will help them improve their vocabulary. Music is inbuilt. It said, right? It delights them, most children. So if there is a song, you need to identify which song, I took my little girl for ballet and, keyboard and Bharatanatyam. And today it's been 10 years she's been doing Bharatanatyam. So we as parents have to keep trying. Okay? Try, see which instrument he likes later, but not liking music might be a little tough unless he has some sensory audible or problems where you might want to go and check on that front. But otherwise, it really doesn't harm them in any way. And yes, your little one, how did get them a drum? If they're 2 and below or 3, get them a drum, get them the little guitar. See this strumming, but don't leave it and go away. Then they will not, because who's there to clap? But get them on, drink, and show me what you're doing. Okay, drink, and then randomly start off with Baba Black Sheep, which does not sound anything like what he's playing. But he is playing, but you're still singing now. So he thinks what you're doing is awesome. That's all you want. That is all you want him to know, that what you're doing is the best thing in life. And don't look for perfection. It will never come. Just enjoy what you have. Come up with what you can do. It's okay. There is no good music. I'm sure you can just tap, right? So you're tapping. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's all I want you to do. That's a little difficult for me, but I'm sure you can tap to a rhythm, to a beat, and count. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. That's all you're doing. You're just counting and you're helping them get a sense of beat, a sense of rhythm, one after the other. That's it. And trust me, music will certainly help them in mathematics, in just, building confidence. The child is confident in my class to pick a mic after my 6 or 7 classes and say, pom, 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 in front of 10 others, 10 parents, 10 other kids, 20 people. He's picking up and he's saying, pom, pom, pom. Now, what does that do? Yes, they will do it in the schools. They will certainly do it but you are not there. And if you're not there, who's clapped? The class clapped for him, but will that impact him as much as mama clapped for me or daddy clapped for me? And show them that cheer and show them that vigor, and it will certainly go a long way.
Absolutely. I think you're absolutely right that, parent participation and their encouragement goes a long way in making the child get interested in music. So do we, before we wind up, any final questions and before that, Ms. Viv, I would like you to tell our parents also about all the locations where you have the classes or, in case parents are interested, even to know about it. So please tell me.
So basically we work as, it's an 8-class session that we do now. And these 8 classes are once a week. So in different locations, some locations we will have it, which is for the bugs and the bunnies. The bugs are the 6 months to 2 and the bunnies are the 2 to 4-year-olds. Some of them who are slightly late in or have some delays also join us. So that's fine. We're not very rigid on but of course above 5 will certainly not enjoy what we do. Now, in terms of locations, we presently are in South Bangalore, in Banshankari as well as in Jayanagar. There is Child Montessori and there is Vidyasagar. We're in HSR. We were in Kara for Kids in what are these places? Yeah. So we Indranagar, we are in Green Pocket. So our locations are on rhythmandrhyme.com. We will once we start the session, we don't take anybody else, whether we have filled the class or not. And one of the reasons being is the children are pretty much settled. So the first and the second week, we always do a free trial. So coming up by Jan 15th or so, we will have the dates for the next session. Sorry, by December 15th, we'll have the dates that for the next session that starts in Jan. So by Jan, we will start the new session. So we'll always do a free trial in all our locations from Banarghatta to Whitefield to HSR to Cunningham Road. There are some in the center of the city as well. So we will do a free trial. You can come and join us at those free trials. So rhythmandrhyme.com is where, or you can join us on our Instagram page, which is also Rhythm and Rhyme India. We will put out the dates for trials at all these locations. Once you've taken the trial, go back, decide if you want to sign up for the 8 classes. And once you sign up, then of course we don't let people join because it disturbs the class, So by December 15th, our page will have an update. Our website will have an update on the new sessions.
That's great. I'm sure many would love to have at least come for the free trial and see if they want to continue. So
sure.
That's awesome.
So we have instructors across Bangalore. So we have 4 other instructors and myself. I do the classes at Indranagar, but my other instructors are in Cunningham Road, Banjankri, Jayanagar, all those places.
Awesome. I think our parents really enjoyed the session and we hope to have you back very soon.
Sure.
At any time. Thank you so much. It was just not about rhythm and rhyme, but I think it was so much also about parenting that parents are going to take away today. So thank you for all those wonderful tips. And
right. If there are parents who have groups of kids in the same age, we also come and do it at your apartment if you would like us to. So that's also
That's great. That's great.
All right. Thank you very much.
Parents do make a note of the website and you can check out the details. I'm sure contact details will be there.
Sure.
Thank you, Ms. Viv, and hope to have you again on Skoolz platform.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.